next.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 9 catches, 85 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Now Darnold. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Ravens at 0-11 now in the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
The slot man in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going for it with Dobbins. Pushes him over. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
Holding offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
There we go, son.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
On first down, Drake. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
How many times do we... it doesn't...
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks who can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well?
Under pressure, they got him again. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now. And we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Faking the give, Darnold. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy? And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon.
And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Escaping the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Ravens have got it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
Crossing route he finds Likely.
And they're going to speed things up here.
On third down, here's Dobbins.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go, son.
To throw is Darnold.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. There's Wilson to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson will throw again. And that's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with a hometown. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Down to the 41.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 35.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Fights through him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man, and the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
But that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Slot man moves right. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Off of play action, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Play action. It's Darnold.
That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Wilson. And his pass incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, but now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. To throw again is Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Wilson's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
There we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there, because he took his practice work and converted it to game action, because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line is executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So Russell Wilson and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. 2:06 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
Able to get this to Patrick.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play action. Now Wilson. Able to find Judy. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And who's got it? I think and now a fumble. The ball's out. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Drake. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And coming out now, the Broncos.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Baltimore, it's a cause for celebration, their first win of the year after 11 straight defeats. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.